Have you ever prayed and heard nothing? You prayed with faith. You believed with all your heart. You waited and waited and waited. But heaven felt quiet. No sign, no answer, no change. And slowly a question begins to rise in your heart. God, are you still there? If you have ever felt this way, this message is for you. Because God's silence is one of the hardest things a believer will ever experience. Silence makes us doubt. Silence makes us anxious. Silence makes us feel forgotten. But today I want to gently remind you of this truth. God's silence does not mean God's absence. Sometimes God is silent because He is working. Think about this for a moment. The seed planted in the ground makes no sound while it grows. The roots of a tree grow deepest where no one can see them. And a child in the womb develops in complete silence. Silence does not mean nothing is happening. It often means something important is taking place. In the Bible, there are many moments when God seems silent. Years passed between God's promises and their fulfillment. Abraham waited for a son. Joseph waited in prison. David waited to become king. Israel waited for deliverance. And yet, God was never late. The book of Habakkuk tells us something powerful. The vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not delay. What feels like delay to us is often divine timing. God sees what we cannot see. He knows what we do not know, and He is preparing outcomes that require patience. Sometimes God is silent because He is strengthening your faith. Faith grows best when it is exercised without evidence. When you trust God even when there are no signs, no confirmations, no emotional reassurance. That kind of faith shapes your character. Sometimes God is silent because He is protecting you. You may be asking for something that looks good, but could harm you later. And sometimes God says nothing because He is redirecting you without breaking your heart. The Bible reminds us in Isaiah, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord." What you are interpreting as rejection may actually be redirection. What you feel as silence may be God rearranging things for your good. And here is another truth we must not forget. Waiting is not punishment. Waiting is preparation. God uses seasons of silence to build patience, humility, endurance, and spiritual maturity. He is shaping you for what you prayed for. If God answered immediately, you might receive the blessing, but not be ready to sustain it. So today, if God feels silent in your life, do not stop praying. Do not stop trusting. Do not stop believing. Silence is not a sign to quit. Silence is an invitation to draw closer. Sometimes God speaks loudest when everything else is quiet. And even now, in ways you cannot see, God is working on your behalf. He is aligning people. He is closing doors that would harm you. He is opening doors at the right time. And when the answer comes, you will realize the waiting was worth it. Let us take a moment to pray. God, for every person listening right now who feels discouraged, tired, or forgotten, give them peace, help them trust you, even when they cannot hear you. Strengthen their faith in the silence. Teach them patience in the waiting, and remind them that you are always working. We place our hope in you, not in timing, not in circumstances, but in your perfect will. Amen. If you are in a season of waiting, hold on. God is not silent because He has left you. God is silent because He is working.